Around us, you can find a wide variety of different rocks, forming mountains, valleys, cliffs, among other aspects of the landscape. After all, Earth is a rocky planet with a rocky crust. You may be wondering, though, how can we classify the multitude of rocks we find? Well, there are three main classifications we will discuss here. At the Earth's surface, the most common type you will come across is sedimentary rock. As the name suggests, sedimentary rocks form from something called sediment, which refers to the debris of other rocks. These debris are formed through a process called weathering, in which a large rock is broken down into smaller portions by some type of physical, chemical, or biological phenomenon. For example, rocks in a landslide may tumble with each other, causing little pieces to break off. So this poses the question, how do these tiny debris combine into large rock formations? The answer lies in the forces experienced by them. Firstly, they do not usually stay at the place where weathering occurred. Rather, they move in a process known as erosion. Some common erosion processes occur when, for example, debris are carried down a stream or blown around in the wind. Then, once debris is deposited at a certain place, we refer to it as sediment. Through long processes of compaction, where sediment is essentially squeezed together, sedimentary rocks can be formed. The next main type of rock is called igneous, and it forms from the cooling of magma, which is molten rock residing beneath the Earth's surface, where temperatures are extremely high. There are two main processes of cooling that result in distinct types of igneous rock. Firstly, igneous rock can form at the Earth's surface. These rocks are called extrusive. They tend to form through volcanic eruptions, where magma rises from underground. Once this magma reaches the surface, we refer to it as lava. This lava cools fairly quickly because the Earth's surface has a dramatically lower temperature than within the crust. Therefore, crystals inside the rock that have the possibility of growing do not have much time to grow, thereby making them quite tiny. Igneous rock can also cool beneath the Earth's surface. We refer to this type of rock as intrusive. Because intrusive igneous rocks cool slower than extrusive ones, their crystals tend to be more pronounced. To give an example, here's diorite, an intrusive igneous rock. As you can see, it has rather prominent crystals. On the other hand, here is rhyolite, an extrusive igneous rock. Its crystals are very tiny and cannot be seen here. The last major type of rock is called metamorphic. These rocks form in a process of metamorphosis, which refers to any sort of change. In the case of geology, metamorphosis describes when one rock type changes into another, where the product is called a metamorphic rock. This happens when a rock, igneous or sedimentary, is exposed to conditions involving high heat and pressure, often occurring deep in the Earth's crust. One thing to note, however, is that these conditions must not be extreme enough to actually melt the rocks, or else they would become igneous, not metamorphic. To summarize, there are three main types of rocks. Sedimentary rocks form from sediment at the Earth's surface, igneous rocks form from molten rock originating below the surface, and metamorphic rocks are ones that change type due to environmental conditions.